It was almost sunset when the accident happened. The streets of Lagos were their usual chaos, honking cars, shouting traders, and the smell of roasted corn drifting through the air. In the middle of that noise, a little girl, no more than 8, stood frozen at the edge of the road. Her mother had just crossed to the other side, but before the girl could follow, a speeding car came out of nowhere. And that's when he appeared. The stranger. A young man in his mid-20s, wearing a simple white shirt and carrying a backpack, dropped everything and ran. Without thinking twice, he lunged forward and pulled the girl back just as the car screeched past. The crowd gasped. The girl burst into tears. The man's knees hit the ground as he caught his breath, rain beginning to drizzle from the darkening clouds. "You're safe," he whispered, brushing dust from her shoulder. Her mother rushed over, crying, hugging her daughter and thanking him over and over. "What's your name?" she asked between sobs. "David," he said, smiling faintly. "I'm just glad she's okay." He refused any reward, waved goodbye, and disappeared into the crowd, a hero for a moment, then gone. Years passed. Time has a strange way of circling back. 10 years later, David was no longer the cheerful young man he once was. Life had been cruel. He'd lost his job, his home, and even his faith in people. He now sat in a crowded hospital corridor, clutching a piece of paper, "Kidney transplant required." He had no money, no one to turn to, and no hope left. Days blurred into nights. Nurses walked past him like he was invisible. Until one day, a young female doctor stopped. "Sir, are you okay?" she asked softly. David looked up. I'm fine," he lied. But his pale face told another story. The doctor studied him closely. Something about his eyes seemed familiar, a quiet strength she couldn't explain. She sat beside him, asked about his condition, and listened with genuine concern. The connection. Over the next few weeks, the doctor, Dr. Amara, did everything she could to help. She found a donor match faster than expected and pushed through his paperwork personally. David was stunned. "Why are you helping me this much?" he asked one evening. Amara smiled. "Because once, someone saved my life too." David froze. What do you mean?" She looked at him deeply. 10 years ago, a man pulled a little girl away from a speeding car on the streets of Lagos. I was that girl. David's heart stopped. Tears welled in his eyes as memories flooded back, the terrified child, the mother's cries, the rain. Amara reached for his hand. "You saved me when I had nothing to give. Now it's my turn. The second chance." Weeks later, the surgery was successful. David slowly regained his strength, lying on a hospital bed with sunlight streaming through the window. Amara walked in, holding a small card. "You're going to live a long life, Mr. David," she said warmly. He smiled weakly. "I guess heroes get saved too." She chuckled softly. "No, good hearts do." Outside, the world went on, cars honking, people rushing, unaware that in one small hospital room, destiny had come full circle. The lesson. Sometimes, kindness returns when you least expect it. One selfless act can travel through time, through pain, and through people, until it finds its way back to you. David didn't save Amara for a reward. But life remembered, and sent her back when he needed saving most. Because every good deed plants a seed. And when the time is right, that seed grows, right where you least expect it. Seedling. Sparkle's moral of the story. Never stop doing good, even when no one sees. The kindness you give today may be the very lifeline you'll need tomorrow. A story from VoiceWithin. Please like, comment and subscribe, and watch out for more uplifting stories.